Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well. This is your Nifty Guy, and welcome to today's episode of Decoding Nifty with me. This is the series where we analyze and decode Nifty on multiple time frames daily post the market so that we are able to uh, trade the following day with much more confidence and clarity. Now, today's video will be important because I will be discussing a concept which will be the first time on my channel. So there have been 90 odd videos so far. And I think I will be speaking about this particular concept for the very first time. Now, this is something which I don't actively trade, but of late I have seen some really good risk to reward trades, and I have started implementing this particular setup in my trading style as well. And that is something which I will also be discussing today. So please pay close attention. And yeah, in case if you guys like the way I explain Nifty, explain price action, explain trading setups in a simpler way, uh, please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your trading friends and community, as well as put down anything that you might have to say in the comments box, be it feedback, criticism, appreciation, anything, any question that you might have. I am open to everything and I will try my best to answer everything. Right. So on that note, we'll start with today's video. First, we'll start with what we had planned yesterday versus how did we play in the market today, and then we'll discuss and formulate the trading plan for tomorrow. Right. So today our plan was to short Nifty below this with a pullback, long Nifty above this with a pullback. Now, if you see, market opened with a gap down, right? The opening was very good. In case after this particular pullback around these or around these levels, if market would have reversed, they would have given a beautiful. So I'm just trying to explain to you guys what I think while I'm in the live market, right? So none of my videos are planned. There is no script involved. I speak from my heart. Plus my emotions. I try to express them while I was in the live market during the day, right? So based on the opening, the only favorable setup which was there was this particular trade on the short side, right? But market had other plans. Now, just say for example, I'm just preparing you for another nice, brilliant trading day. Okay, so pay close attention. After this opening, maybe market forms another green candle around here, and then market breaks this low, right? So this is the pullback that we needed below this particular zone, and below that we would have gotten a very good trade on the short side. But as you know, market has plan of its own. All we need to do is safeguard our capital by trading and being on the right side. Market went all the way up, gave us a closing on the upside above our zone above which we were planning a long entry. Market did also give a pullback, but never crossed the high. Even if it would have crossed the high, I would not have taken this trade. I have explained this logic earlier as well. We have to try and understand and see from where are we coming, right? The distance that we have traversed before reaching that particular zone. Although we had planned to go long above this particular high, we need to see where the market is coming from. The market had already traveled close to 170 points, and in case after this particular breakout, I don't like there's a good momentum uh, move on the upside is less probable, right? There's nothing which is completely ruled out in the world of trading. Yes, you can get a good move further on off from here after this particular move as well, but those are rare, and it is always better to be on the side of the things which happen most of the time. So this was the trade which we had planned, but we had not taken. And something like this had happened a couple of days before as well, I think around here when we had planned. And I told you guys that the market's already traveled so much. And so that is the reason we did not trade the breakout. And you can go back to a couple of videos and you'll see the reference for that. And now the second part of the trade. So there was only one trade which I took today, which was on the short side. And I had entered on this big red candle once this low of this green candle was broken. Now, so far, what I have always taught you guys and what I have always spoken about is trading breakouts with a pullback. Now, this is something which I have been observing. So around 65 to 70% of the breakouts fail, right? So right so far, we had only been trading 35% of the moves which are successful breakouts, wherein we get a good pullback and then we get the continuation of the trade. But what about the rest of the failed breakout trades, right? So this is something which is a trap trading system. Uh, and I have been focusing a lot on this particular setup, and I have traded a couple of them in the past, and now I have started to actively pursue these particular trades. So from now onwards, what I would also do is I'll try to explain these movements when they happen in the live market, and when I explain them in the video, I'll try to explain it right here. So our plan was to go long above this particular high, right? Market gave us two solid, convincing close above this high. What does this mean? As I always say, talk to the market. There are fresh buyers who have entered the market here. Then there was a pullback. Now, these three candles around here, the red candles, can either be profit booking candles or sellers entering the market. Now, somebody who would have longed the market around here, around here, around here, would be seeing good profits around here, and they would be booking their profit. They would be closing their positions, which would lead to this particular move on the downside. Post this, we again saw a new high being created, right? This is again the entry of fresh buyers, right? As you can see. And once the low of this is taken out, all their SLs, people who would not have booked their position around here, thinking of a much bigger move, people who would have entered into fresh longs around here, all those SLs would be triggered. And this is what is a failed breakout. And this is something which is coming with a double confirmation. Now, when I say double confirmation, I'll explain it to you. Now, the move could have been like this and immediately reversed, leading into a failed breakout. All those people who would have longed, their SLs would have triggered, and the market could have come down. But with double confirmation, what I mean is market again gave us a lower high. Try to understand the market structure. Now, this was the high which was created. This was the lower high. Market once again came and broke. This is a M pattern or a double top pattern, which can be in terms of technical analysis. But try to understand the names do not actually matter. What matters is the psychology behind what is happening in the markets. Market went up, gave a small uh, correction, not a correction, but a small retracement, came back again. Now try to understand all those people who would have longed the market around here, where would their SLs be around here? And once this SL was gone, this low was gone, all their SLs would have hit and leading to a good move on the downside, which is exactly what had happened in the market, right? Now, again, today's video might be a little longer, guys. Excuse me for that, but I am sure there is a lot to learn. So again, markets after this around came around here, formed a double bottom. I exited my trade around this candle, right? Sorry, I was just getting a call on my phone. So I exited my trade around this, or maybe this follow-up candle around somewhere around here is where I exited my trade. I had a very good, decent profit. I don't want to play around with that. And the second trade that we had planned was we needed a closing below this. Post a pullback, we were short again. But again, try to see and understand where are we coming from. In case if we have already traveled a distance from the top of the day till the bottom of the day, we have although given a convincing close below the low with a pullback. Do you think we will be getting a good trade? See, this is where experience and spending time in the market comes in. Say this was the low we had marked, and in case if we would have waited and entered a short over here, see, immediately the market reversed, right? So you have to understand and take these things into consideration. So there was a short-term double bottom which had formed around here with this swing low being taken out, and then again immediately the concept that we saw around here of trap trading, a breakout of this swing came, but this was a very smaller swing and not at an important location, right? This happened at a location where we were planning a long entry, right? So it's just not us who are planning long entry. There will be multiple other traders who are planning the long entry around here, and so the zone definitely matters. So that was the reason. Again, here I did not trade this particular breakout failure around here. And as you can see, there was this trend line which was coming in again at the breakout of this breakdown of this. Obviously, I did not take this trade. Market went sideways, kind of sideways, and again at the break of day's low, again, if anybody would have entered, they would again have been trapped, right? So our plan, say for example, this particular trade wherein we are looking at creating a short entry around here with a pullback. Now that would have been very, very possible and very feasible in case that scenario that I explained in the morning, market opening with a gap down, giving us a pullback, the low being taken out, boom. very good trade on the downside. But that is something which did not happen. And as I say, do not predict anything, but be prepared for anything. Now, some people would not have taken this particular short only for the sole reason that they would have seen this bullish move. And then they would have thought, okay, the undertone of the day is clearly bullish, right? We opened with the gap down, but still we moved and uh, went up above this particular zone that we had marked and planned. And so we are right now, we cannot take a short entry, right? But a short move around here, see what was, it was a good, so the stop loss was right around here. And look at the kind of reward which it had given. I will just quickly do a RR analysis of this particular trade. At its peak, it was almost 1:5 risk reward, right? So that is something, these are the kind of trades that you should not miss. So this is what I always try and teach you guys, is to focus on the price, try to talk to the market, what exactly is happening. Are the bulls looking in dominance, or you see that they are losing their steam around here, and the entry of bears, and then based on that, we need to take our positions. Now, the trap trading system that I just explained to you guys, now this is something that you need to keep pay close attention to in the live market. Now, this is some the scenario wherein I cannot explain it to you in the pre-market analysis that we do, but this is something that you need to pay attention to while in the live market itself, right? So I'll definitely be covering lot of this going ahead in the daily Nifty Decoding Nifty series that we do. And I hope with time you people would also be able to spot it in the market. And this is a setup in which the risk to reward is good, right? The risk is small compared to the reward which we can see, because there are people who have been trapped. So along with the sellers coming in, or along with buyers coming in, depends on who is trapped. The triggering of SLs leads to a good momentum-based move, right? And that is what we are targeting. So this is what we had traded today. Now, for tomorrow, let us start with the daily analysis. So on daily, we have a lower high, lower low, closing as well, almost, yeah, closing is below the prior low as well. So no second guesses in, no prizes for actually guessing that what our prime focus would be. And as also, again, the short trade on around these levels were also taken on the basis of this particular level still holding us for, which is the 0.5 to 0.618 retracement zones of this entire down move, which is there. And we are supposed to take resistance from here. And that was the reason, a double top forming around here. I took this short particular trade based on the trap above this particular swing high. Okay. So for tomorrow, we'll mark this day's low. Again, the best probable trade. Sorry, sorry. I am in a rush. I have a meeting to attend. And okay, so below this particular low, we will look at a short entry with a pullback. Now, the best and most feasible, the best probable trade setup would be market open, giving us a flat to a little negative opening, not a big gap down, but a little negative opening. If we open somewhere around here, we will get a good trade on the downside. Definitely, we can get a follow through that we are looking for. Uh, Again, for the long side trades, or maybe say, for example, market opens with a very big gap down, I'll wait for price action to stabilize, maybe some gap filling, or not, even if not complete, but market, if for with a good or big gap down, I will expect market to first fill the gap and then continue downward journey or become volatile. So that is something that I will play with caution. For the long side, let me just use Fibonacci as well once. So this is the zero point 0.5 levels. We'll just play with the zero point 0.5 levels around here, and we'll wait for markets. Okay, so this is the same level as this, right? So we'll also wait for market to give us a closing above this, and then we'll take a long entry. In case of a gap up opening, expect some gap filling again, and then continuation in case if it has to go up, or else if it's comes back around here again, we need to be cautious, because again market has would have traveled a good enough distance. Right now, what I believe is markets are extremely volatile. Even though the VIX is crashing, I saw a lot of anomalies between the spot prices as well as the price movements in the option prices. And I believe that is something that everybody of you should keep an eye on. put a chart of in the money call and in the money put options on your screen side by side and try to see are they moving in sync with the spot prices. If not, that is just a cause of volatility. And today it was because of the falling VIX, which was there. And the war scenario which is developing between Israel and Iran is not looking good based on the news and everything that is coming in with the US trying to intervene. And I believe that is something which will impact the market, or it can actually trigger the opening of the market. So that is something which we have no control over, but what we have control over is the trades that we take, and we need to be extra cautious about that for now. And my only and sincere suggestion to every one of you would be to keep your stop losses under strict control. As in, if your stop losses are triggered, please don't hesitate to take them or do not wait in hope. Please take your SLs, re-enter if the trade again goes in your direction, but please take those SLs right now because you never know what news is trickling in from which corner of the world right now, leading to a big loss on your trading account, which I believe should not be the case for my followers at least. So, and keep your trailing stop losses tight, right? Even if you are in a winning trade, please not hold it for long. Keep your trailing game very, very strong, right? So, this is all from my side for today. I will see you guys again soon tomorrow, post the markets. Till then, have a good day, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Cheers. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.